Hello. Huskies back again with more Los Angeles Kings franchise mode in NHL 18. Late videos today. Had to spend the day with mechanics. But all's good. We're back. One thing I've been kind of instructed to do, suggested to do, is to do a little more of a deep dive into the draft. And since we're at the draft, we can hop in and look at the draft class, see what we're anticipating being available. Now, there's a franchise guy up there. What if he's actually going to be a franchise? One thing I want to look at is where we're at in terms of prospect pool. Because we have I feel like our top six are set. Besser, Zadina, Larkin, Thompson. We could probably afford to bring in one more top six guy. And be pretty like an actual top six, like an 85 or better. Because currently we've got what? Thompson. Yeah, we have an 82 on the second line, but either way, I want to more look at in the system. So we have a couple of up and coming defensemen. We have a center. We're pretty deep defensively with McIsaac, Subban, Moverar. I don't know how to say his name. Feel free to let me know. Because he's Canadian, right? So there's probably not any weird. Oh, he's Swedish, so there's probably is a weird pronunciation to that. Center wise, we've really only got one high quality guy. That's Velarde. I don't know when he'll be available for us. We've got a couple of guys down here that are possibly turned into something, maybe not. But what I see the need for is more right wings, definitely, because right now we only have one in the system. We have one right winger. Oh, two, sorry. We're tanning. So we're going to look for that, and probably just more forward focused. Because we've got a goaltender. We've got Sergei Leeson. It's probably Leeson. We're probably going to have him play next season. Although at the same time, though, what I did just notice is Eric Commer's up to an 87. So what I might do is we've got Comrie for... I would have to sign him. How much does he want? He wants 6.1 for 1 year. So what I might do is I might keep Comrie here. And I'll call up Leeson. And I'll have him just play the backup role. And we'll see how he does. Because I really don't want to throw him right into the heart of the fire. And see how he performs. I'm going to let Subban go. He was a nice ad, but he can go. Kreider wants 4.3. That's not a bad for what would be an 85. That's not bad. I might consider bringing him on because his stats weren't awful. He wasn't great in the postseason, but regular season he was a plus 14, 36 points. He was a third line guy. That's okay. Obviously, I'm going to want to re-sign Dylan Larkin. He wants 7.3 for a 90. That's not too bad. And again, if you're curious why I said 90, not an 87, it's in order to make the contracts look good, you have to add 3 points to the overalls of everybody, because that's just the way that the contracts work now. Connor Sheary 3.8. That's another guy. I'd probably have to pick between Kreider and Sheary. I've only got 11 million in cap space. Kempe wants 3. Again, that's a bit much. Clegg 2.2. Now I have 11 million in cap space currently. Obviously that number will go up once we get to the re-sign phase. We're not there yet. So priorities will be re-signing Comrie for 1 more year and getting Larkin locked up, since he is pretty much the face of our franchise going forward. But since we're here, draft class. Depending on how long the draft takes, I might wait for opinions on the goaltender situation. We'll see how long it takes, but I want to look at... So we don't have a 3rd round pick. We have 2 4ths, and then a 5th, 6th, and the 7th. So what I'm looking for is mostly 1st round players. Let's do all skaters. So we've got a couple of elite centers in the top 5. Now, obviously, I can't trade into the top 5. I would love to, but I really don't think we have a point to. This Dylan Generous Like, that is the perfect name for a playmaking offensive defenseman. His name is Generous, for fuck's sake. Brendan Moore, McNabb, Ribeiro, Cutler. So pretty much what I'm looking for is down here in the kind of the first, second round spots. So we've got some good scouting done. At least we should. We got a couple high elites down here. We got a two-way forward who's 6'4". We have a 5'8" sniper. Scott Robertson might be somebody I'm actually gonna pin him. See what we can grab. We're getting close to the mediums here. We got some. I'm gonna try to avoid defense. We're hitting into the second round already. All right. Kenny McLean, 6'4", 6'4" at 18. Add him. Let's see if there's any goalies in like the later rounds that are possibly something. There's not a whole lot. The Bellinger kid, Belanger, sorry. Brendan Frank. Actually, the Frank kid's probably better than that, so we'll pin him. And then as for fourth round, let's do by potential, and then see what we can find here. So we got a lot of Steas, third round. There's a fourth round top 6. Now I can only pin 5 guys, which I never understood. Like, why is this feature in the game for a draft that's 7 rounds, but you can't give me... Alright, so these are all top 9 guys. I'd probably have to look by position in order to get this a little easier. Walter, 4th round. Top 6 power forward, potentially. Alright, so I think that's all of our guys we can pin. Yep. So those are my big guys I'm going to look out for. Again, I don't understand why I can only pin 5 guys. That makes so little sense to me. But hey, we're here. We're going to hop in. I said we pretty much need to bolster our forward prospect pool a little bit, and we've got the draft picks to do it. So we got Colorado probably taking that Generous kid, because that's really what they need. Do they want to trade? They don't. There's no way I would be able to get their first round pick. There's absolutely no way. I'd have to give up probably Wong, who was our first round pick last year. I mean, I could probably get him. No, what am I saying? They don't want to trade it. There's no way I could get him. It's a shame that McIsaac and Velarde really aren't growing. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's no way I can get a first there. We have the 16th pick, so one benefit to being out in the first, and they don't even want our first round pick. Yeah, there's no way. I mostly wanted to do this because I want to see what Colorado was going to put that Generous kid into. Like, what is the D-core that he's joining? Tyson Berry, Nikita Zadorov, Eric Johnson. All right, so he's going to definitely have a spot right away. I thought their defense would be a little better, but I guess it's probably their forward core that's carrying this team to the bottom. Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Tyson Jost. Is he still a 30-goal scorer? 25, 27. They gave him a picture. It's nice that he has a picture finally. Landis Cog, Toffoli. How's Toffoli been doing? 48 points, 50. I don't remember when we traded him. Or no, we didn't trade him. We couldn't re-sign him. He's having some good times. All right, so they're obviously going to take Generous. Like that's they need the defense. He's going to go number 1. Medium franchise. He's a 76, so he's going to come in and play immediately. He's probably going to be one of the best defensemen. Anton Strollman in a 3rd for my first, huh? That's tempting, but I really kind of want to use my draft picks. Because, I mean, my defense is pretty... Doughty, Krug, Gardner, Pissick, Morin, and then I've got a bunch of guys that can play that 6th role, and then a 7th guy as well. So, yeah, no, I don't need Strollman. PK Subban and a 4th for Velarde, Wong, and 1st. How old is Subban? He's making $9 million, though. He's 32. He's at 87. I think I'll pass on that. I think I'll pass. So that did my guy Robertson did go. He was a medium top 6. I think that was the only guy that Huey was a franchise goalie. Buffalo gets a franchise goalie in Huey. Damn, and an elite. Wow, Ottawa really missed the mark. They took Rourke as a medium elite instead of a franchise. I mean, I don't see that many franchise players in these drafts, and there were 2 in the top 10. That's pretty impressive. Alright, so we had this McLean kid pinned. High elite. First round, 6'4". I mean, he's going to be a big body. Potentially could be playable now. His stats aren't awful. He'll probably be a low. I mean, he shouldn't be in the 60s or 50s, but he probably will be. We're going to take him. He's a 60. Medium top 6 forward, McLean. I don't see how those stats equal to a 60. I really don't. I feel like he should be at least a average out of his stats. He should be at least like a high 60s, low 70. Brent Burns in a 4th for Velarde, a 2nd and a 4th. No. Dadanoff and Keith Yano for my 1st next year, and Nathan Wong. No, thank you. Ryan Suter does bring nothing but bad things to the team that he goes to. Wayne Simmons. No, thank you. Actually, Wayne Simmons might not have been a bad one, but he's probably on the downturn of his career. I'm assuming everybody that I pinned is gone. Well, no, I pinned a 4th rounder, so they're probably not all gone yet. There's 2 of them, so a 4th and a 6th rounder. Alright, so let's see here. So we got a high elite center, or a medium elite. I'm going to take the guy that I've scouted in his high league interest, instead of the goaltender. Low top 6. Alright, not awful, not great. Mikko Koivu for 2 4ths. Mikko Koivu is an awesome center. He's probably like 30. Yeah, he's 38. Yeah. See, 2 years ago, I would probably take that deal because he is a fantastic bottom 6 center. Wayne Simmons for Velarde in a 5th. See, I don't think Wayne Simmons is worth Velarde, though. That's the issue. I mean, he might not be worth anything. He's an 83, 32 years old, 5.8. Yeah, no. It's falling off just a little too hard. Alright, let's see if my pinned 4th liner is still here, or 4th rounder is still here. I doubt it. He probably went in the 3rd round. Yeah, he's gone. Damn. It's alright. See what else is here. We got a medium elite goalie in Boyd, but he's got no... He's undrafted, so I really don't want to take him. I am going to take the medium starter, though. We have him scouted 13 times. Medium fringe starter. Great. What the fuck's the point of scouting? We scouted him 13 times, and we still couldn't get a full scouting report on the kid. I don't get it. I don't get it. A lot of top 9s. 7th round, 7th round, 6th round. We're in the 4th round still. I'm going to take one of these guys down here, actually. High league interest, sniper, Gallagher from somewhere. Low top 9. Gordon Gallagher. I have no idea what country that is. Mark-Edward Vlasic in a 5th for my 1st next year. Oh, I just accepted that trade. Well, we got Mark-Edward Vlasic. Oops. God damn it. God damn it. Oh well. Oh well. You know what? I'm taking his Boyd kid. Oh my lord! That finally happened. Finally happened. We take a guy that has no league interest. He's a medium elite goaltender with an undrafted potential. We get a medium franchise goalie with the 1st pick in round 5. I don't even care that I took that Mark-Edward Vlasic trade now. That just made my day. That just made my day. That is the best draft pick I have made so far in all of my GM modes. So now, depending on how long this GM mode lasts, and we got a medium top 9 who's a 65 right there. Depending on how long this GM mode lasts, we might have our 2 goalies for the rest of the time, being Leeson now, and then whenever he starts to fall off, we just transition right into whoever I just drafted. I was so excited I didn't even see his name. I'll take Brophy. Low top 9. Meh. Got one more pick. Jared Spurgeon for Velarde in a 3rd. I'm glad that I only lost a 1st round pick. Dadonov for Velarde in a 3rd. Mikko Koivu for a 3rd. Again, tempting, but our team is really deep. I don't need bottom 6 guys. Let's just sort by potential and take who the best available is. Top 9. Oh, let's take the undrafted sniper. We had success with one undrafted. Oh, low top 9. All right. Well, overall I think that was a good draft. If we ignore the accidental acceptance of the Mark Vlasic trade, but again, all I gave up was a first-round pick. Ideally, we're a deep playoff team next season, and that first-round pick isn't worth a whole lot. And Vlasic does kind of fill a void that we have in our defensive core. Alright, so let's see what we got to resign. We have 19 million in cap space. We're at the 15-minute mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign everybody that I need to, but I'm not going to 6.7 for 3 years. It's actually not a bad. What do you want for 5? 7? Okay, no, that's too much. You know, I'll do 6.7. That's fine. Like Connor Sherry, do you still want a whole ton of money? 3.7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sign the guys that I want to sign now. And I'm going to leave the... I'm going to sign Jack Hamill because we got to possibly test that experiment of giving him some time. I'm not going to send him to free agency as much as I want to. But I want to get the opinion on the viewers on if I should re-sign Comrie for 1 year and run the Comrie as my starter with Leeson as my backup, or if I should just throw Leeson into the starter spot right away. I'm partial to the Shiri or Kreider. Let's see if these guys sign first. Everybody wants an extension, so we're looking pretty good in terms of getting people to sign. Alright, so advanced date. Larkin accepted, Campbell accepted, Kempe accepted, Clay accepted, nice. Alright, so contracts. Let's see who else we have to sign. I have to make a decision between Kreider or Shiri. I really don't want to keep them both. I'm kind of leaning towards Shiri. I think he was the better overall player. He's a year younger than Kreider. Let's see stats. Kreider was 36 points in 82 games. Connor Shiri was 43. Was a -1 though. Who wants more? Kreider wants 3.6. Shiri wants 3.7. I mean, I could sign them both. I'm actually going to sign Kreider. He's a better two-way player. And we'll sign you. 1 year. Yep. And then I'm going to sign anybody that does not... I'm gonna qualify all my RFAs that don't have... Oh, I only have a couple. My RFAs that don't have AHL potential, because I need to trim down my RFAs. Goalies, Comrie. UFAs. We'll sign these guys, because they're all rookies. Yeah, you want a two-way, you can stay. Alright, so there we go. So all we're left with is Connor Shiri and Eric Comrie. Now Comrie wants $6 million, so it would be one or the other. But like I said, I'm gonna call upon the viewers to let me know what they think. Kreider accepted. Okay, so everybody accepted. Good. Let me make sure that's all we got. I'm gonna go ahead. So we have 9 million in cap space. So we could sign them both technically. That would leave me no room for cap space. What does my decor look like now? We've got Doughty, Krug, Gardner, Vlasic. We have Vlasic. That cap hit though. Oh my God, 5 million. 5 years of 7 million. So I'm gonna use him for this year because I feel like I have to. Obviously, it wasn't a good trade. I'm not happy about it, but he's a good defenseman. He's a good defensive defenseman. He'll come in. He'll do what he needs to do. He won't put points up on the board, but he can be that kind of... I can play him with Morin or Clegg, and he can be that rock-solid guy that keeps the puck out of the net, which is what we need. We've got a whole lot of offense on our defense. We need more defensive guys, and I think he's a big part of that. I wish he wasn't making $7 million, but he should be a contract I can move next season. And he doesn't hurt my cap too much this season. I mean, he hurts it, but he'll be a usable asset. All right, so Comrie wants 6.3 for 3 years. 1 year he'd want 6.2. So it's either sign him for a year and run a 1-2 with him and Leeson, or just let Comrie go to free agency, or qualify him and trade him and let Leeson just be our number 1 and go with Boyd. Boyd's 19. I'm going to sign him because I want to get him in the AHL right now. I can honestly probably even use him as an NHL, but we'll see. Like I said, give me your feedback on the goaltender situation, and we will look to finish up the off season and kick into next video, which will be tomorrow morning. If you're watching this when this video comes out, it'll be Thursday morning. My time. I don't know what that is for the Europeans. Probably Thursday night, I would assume. But yeah. As always, thank you for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow for the rest of the off season.